Hi, this is Melody Levy, and I have the lovely Polynesian beauty, Tiani, today, and we're gonna do a makeover and give her a daytime look. Alrighty!
So now that we have set the base foundation and contour, let's finish up the rest of her daytime look. I'm using a MAC NW50 Studio Fix powder as a bronzer, and I'm applying it with a blush brush. Now keep in mind that everybody's contour color is going to depend on what their skin tone is. Obviously, someone who has alabaster skin will need a lighter contour color. There are so many great contour colors and brands to choose from. However, I personally like to use foundation powder as a bronzer because it's usually matte and doesn't contain much shimmer in it. When applying the contour with powder, make sure that you take the excess powder off and lightly dust around the areas that you want contoured. A quick tip you can do is to apply an inverted big 3 from the forehead temples, moving the middle of the 3 inwards from the ear to the inner cheek, and then stroking it back out towards the ear and down the jawline. Now make sure that everything is very well blended. Next, I'm using the NARS One Night Stand Cheek Palette, and honestly, no pun intended, mixing colors Deep Throat and Orgasm and applying it on the apples of her cheeks with a blush brush. I'm also adding the light pink color Miss Dinguette on the apples too for a cute little dolly look. I'm going to be doing her brows next. I'm using the Face Shop's Design My Eyebrow pencil in number 2. I'm filling her brows using smaller, shorter strokes to mimic the appearance of hair and also to make it look the most natural as possible. Her right brow is slightly thinner than her left, so I'm filling it in a little thicker. Use a spoolie on the other end of the pencil to blend any excess away. Usually, you want the beginning of the eyebrows to gradiate, and you want it lighter so the brow does not look too harsh. I'm then using Sonia Kashuk's clear mascara to set our brows and keep them in place. Using a translucent powder again, I'm applying it with a powder brush right below both eyes. Make sure you get a good amount of translucent powder on there. This is to prep for eyeshadow application, as it will catch excess eyeshadow and you can dust it away later. There are other means of doing this as well, such as using a business card, etc. Alright, let's get started on the eyes. I'm using MAC Saddle with a rounded concentrated eyeshadow brush and applying it as an inverted V on the outer corner of the eyes. I'm also going back and forth with it where the crease of her eyelid is. This will create a more defined, deep set look. Now repeat to the other eye. I'm then using MAC's Honeyless color and applying it with a less concentrated eyeshadow brush and applying it in the middle of the eyelid, blending it slightly inwards towards the inner part of the eye. Now this is to capture highlight on the crease. Next, I'm applying Pink Venus in the middle of the crease again just to give it a little bit more of pop. Then, I'm using Swiss Chocolate Brown and Saddle, mixing the two together, and using a brush and applying the color as an inverted V on both eyes again, but this time going a little over her natural eyelid crease. I'm then using Goldenrod, or you can actually use any orange warm tone color. I'm using this color to blend and fan out the other colors that I've just did. This color combo would also look complementary on those who have blue or green eyes. Next, using a smaller brush or an angled brush, I'm applying MAC's Honey Lust and Naked Lunch and applying it in the inner corner of her eyes like a little mini V. Next, Using dark brown, I'm using a smaller concentrated eyeshadow brush as an eyeliner and also emphasizing the outer corner of her eyes. I'm also applying the same color on the bottom lash line, going about 3/4 in of the eye. Using Honey Lust, I'm adding it to the bottom to add a little softness and sparkle. Lastly, using Carbon or any black eyeshadow, I'm adding it as if I'm applying it as eyeliner and also to the half of the outer bottom lash line. Next is eyeliner time. I'm using MAC's Black Track with the eyeliner brush and pulling her lid gently up so I can apply it as closely to her lash line as possible. I'm also applying it in the inner lash line of the eyes for added definition. I also like to elongate the eyeliner just slightly for added drama. Repeat to the other side. Wiping the excess eyeliner off with a wipe, I'm using it on the bottom lash line again. I'm now applying Rimmel eyeliner in a beige flesh tone color in the inner part of the eyes. This will give her a nice, wider, brighter eyed appearance. Now it's time to brush the excess powder off since we're all done with eyeshadow. I definitely recommend using Shu Uemura's eyelash curler. I like to have her look down or close her eyes while I curl her eyelashes. When doing so, make sure you lift her eyes gently upwards. This will make it easier for you to grab onto her eyelashes. Now it's mascara time. Use whatever mascara you like and apply from the base of her lashes, gently wiggling upwards. This method helps in developing no clumps. Apply however much coats you need, but make sure that it doesn't look like tarantula legs. Applying mascara on the bottom lashes, I wipe excess mascara on the top of the wand and use it vertically to catch her bottom lashes. Lastly, I'm applying a Revlon Just Bitten and Romantic on her lips with a lip brush. I use little strokes as not to make a mistake. Throughout the day, you can also apply chapstick over it to keep your lips moist, as tints can be a little drying. And voila, her daytime look is complete.